everyone, welcome back to our Python series of beginners. In the previous episodes, we have gone through list in Python and its built-in functions. So today we are going to deal with the interesting programs where we can understand and work on list and where we can get more practical knowledge over list. So today we are going to do something super important where we are going to check if a list is empty or not in Python. It sounds simple, right? But trust me, this tiny concept is something you'll use a lot as you go deeper into coding. So here's the plan. First, we'll ask the user to enter some elements separated by comma, and then we'll finally turn that into a list. And we'll check if the list is empty or not using an if-else condition. All right, let's write the code step by step. First, step 1. User input. Okay, and user input. Enter the elements. So we are asking the user to give the input elements separated with commas so that user will understand that we are going to create a list. Okay, and step 2 is to create a list. Okay, let's create a list. So my list equal to user input dot split and then separated with comma. So here we are using a function called split. Split, let us see what it actually do. So you can just say print my list. And now when you run this one, it will ask me the enter the elements separated with commas. Okay, 1, 2, 3. And now when you enter, see it is taking the 1, 2, 3 as a strings because we didn't give anything here. And then it is storing them separated with comma. So what this split is doing is it is taking the elements from the input and then it is checking whether it is the data type of the input. It would like, is that a string or is that input, float, whatever the value. Then it is adding dot split, like it is splitting each and every item which is separated with comma. Okay, what if you give hyphen here and now hyphen, or maybe this one. Okay, when you do this, now you have to give 1, 2, 3. See, it is still taking the input separated with comma. So you are using this as a limit of separation. Like, okay, if there is any hyphen, then this is one element, and then it will check, it will come here and it will take it as one element, then it will take it as one element. So we are using some medium to separate the elements. It could be comma or any other, even the space, empty space. You can just give empty space. Or maybe. So when you give this, one space, two space, three, see it is still taking it as a list. So you just have to give some medium, so it will be easy for the Python program to understand that, hey, this is one element, this is one element, this is one element. As we are the humans, we can understand, we can see the input, we can sense it and we can do it. But how computer will understand? So that is why you have to give some medium, some space, or any comma, or any special character, so that it can understand. In the same way, we have to expect the user to give the input in the same way. So that is why we are giving separated with comma. And here you will give comma. Okay. So we are actually taking the input from the user using the split method. So we are taking the input, we are using split, and then what if the input is empty? Okay. Sometimes user might not give anything. So what if the list is empty? So here we are going to check the condition if there is any input. If there is any input. So as you guys know about Boolean, so if condition will check whether the condition is true or false. If this is true, then it will go to the else block, right? If this is true, then it will execute this one. If not, it will come here to the else block. So what you're doing here, and you know that other than 0, whatever the value that give will be considered as true in programming language. If you go and check the previous episodes, and if you guys are following the previous episodes, you guys now know that if there is nothing, like if there is a 0, then it is false. If there is 1, then it is true. Other than 1, if there is any other value, then it is true itself. It could be 1 or 2 or any list or any item, whatever is present, we will consider it as true. If there is nothing, if there is 0, even empty list, so if there is nothing like 0, then we will consider it as false. So what if the user input is empty? So then it will go to the else block. Pass is actually a keyword where we can sometimes you don't know what logic to be written in that particular block. So at that time, you want to make this program run even without writing anything. So at that time, it will not throw error on us saying that there is something wrong. So it will eventually execute though you give pass. So it will just pass the statement. It will not show any error, something like that. So that is why I used pass here. So now if user input, okay, if user input is true, then you are going to add my list into it. It could be 1, 2, 3, or maybe any other. Okay. But what if the list is empty? So when list is empty, then you will just append my list with the empty list itself. So it will go to the else block. Like for example, I hope I'm clear with this. I'm trying to explain, trying to be better. Okay. So for example, the user gave input 1, comma 2, comma 3. So it is something. It is not 0. It is not an empty list. So it is something. So if something, that means it is true, then the program will understand, okay, this statement is true. Then I will come here and I will add that list into my list. So it is adding that 1, 2, 3 into your list. And then what happening? You're just printing. So obviously these two lines will get executed. So once it get executed, then it will directly print my list. It will skip the else block. We have already gone through this. We know the syntax of if else statement before. Okay. So this is what's happening. What if the user gives empty list? So in programming, empty list, empty space, 0 are considered as false. So if condition user input is empty, that means this is false. So obviously this block is skipped and now the program goes to the else part. And what we written in the else part, we actually gave an empty list to my list. So I give empty item in the list. So obviously now it will print an empty element. So this is what we are doing. So if statement, you don't have to give like this, like you don't have to give something like this. You don't have to do that. Like if the input is this only, then I can do, that's fine. If input is 1, 2, 3 only, I will perform this operation. This also will work. But some cases, you don't have to give the entire condition. You just want to check whether it is true or false, depends upon the condition. So in this case, I just need some input. It could be anything. It could be 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5. maybe any ABC. It could be anything. So I just want some input. So that something is satisfying here. So I just gave user input. I hope I'm clear. If you guys still have any doubts after seeing this episode, you can drop it. We'll even explain it on pen and paper. So it will be easy even for you. So if this is true, then it will update my list with the elements that user gave. If the list is empty, then it will update it with empty list itself. So now we have to check whether the list is empty or not. So step 3, check if the list is empty or not. So if my list is empty, so this is actually considered as empty string, right? Empty list, right? So if my list is empty, then print list is empty. If the list is not empty, then print list contains elements my list. So now it will check whether the list is empty or not. Like for example, 1, comma 2, comma 5, comma 6. List contains elements 1, 2, 5, 6. Okay. What if you give empty list? I gave empty, so it is showing the list is empty. Okay. So finally, to check whether the list is empty or not, we used if-else condition. So if the list is empty, if the list is this empty, then print list is empty. Otherwise, list contains element and show just the items whatever in the list. So there you go. You have just learned how to check if a list is empty or not in Python. It might feel tiny right now, or it might also feel heavy for you. I'm saying it once again, if you feel it not comfortable, like if you don't understand it, just give me a comment. I'm gonna make using the pen and paper, because I literally trust working on pen and paper rather than, typing and explaining the logic. So I want you to sit and trace it yourself, and then you can understand the magic behind the scenes of each and every line, which is being run by the interpreter. So it might, but this skill will come in handy when you're dealing with bigger problems like validating user input, or when you're handling the missing data. So I want you to stress that keep practicing these basics, because they are the building blocks of everything else, because that is what we'll do later. All right. So keep practicing. They are going to be the building blocks of everything else we'll build later. So if you enjoyed this, give it a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. And yeah,